Welcome to the Sit Down, brought to you by Visa and with the skipper, Stephen Eustaquio. Great to see you again, my friend. How good does it feel to come back and put that Canada crest on after missing the summer?
No, very good. Long time I haven't been with the boys. Obviously, to be in Europe with the boys, it's obviously a very big challenge, I can say. But at the same time, I think we have the quality to do two very good games.
What did you notice while you were away about Canada? I'm sure you were watching as much as you could in the middle of the night. As a leader on the team, as the captain of the team, what was some of your observations?
Yeah, obviously I saw the whole tournament. I was always talking with the boys, with Jesse as well. We wanted a little bit more. Obviously, it's time for the team to have a trophy. Obviously, we've been fighting for so long, but there's a lot of good things that we should take from that tournament. A lot of players stepped up. Players that had big opportunities that stepped up. And I think now the overall pool, we're so much stronger. Everybody's so much more confident. Everybody knows more each other, which is amazing. And bottom line is that for everybody to be ready for next year, everybody has to have some playing time. And I think this tournament was amazing for that. But yeah, I think everybody's very tuned in to what Jesse wants, which is what we've been fighting for. And now we have two amazing games to show that.
Very well said. I think those of us that were there and many others would say that you were deeply missed during that camp, certainly on the pitch with what we can witness. And obviously you play a huge role off it as well. Jesse has since talked quite a lot to us and privately about the need to bring more leadership and maturity and on-game awareness of that. How important is that for you now to start that in the front of your mind as you carry on playing for Canada?
It's important. At the same time, it's a very hard task, right? Because obviously I have to think about the team, not only about what I do. I have to communicate more. I have to be an example, which sometimes is very tough to do that job and still have to do your job in the field. But at the same time, I feel comfortable doing it because it's a role that in Porto I've been having a couple of years of experience. And at the same time, I can say that the team is so easy to be with, right? Everybody respects each other. Even if we talk a little bit louder to a teammate, they never feel criticized. It's more to bring up that energy to help the team. And I think at the end of the day, that's what's important. I'm trying to learn a little bit more how to communicate, which is important as well, especially in tough moments where the pressure is very high. Yelling isn't enough. But, I've been thinking that I've been doing a pretty good job, and I hope that I can help the team more.
You said trying to learn more. Like, what kind of steps are you going to learn that? And is it important for you to always remain authentic to who you are, right? You can't become something
sure.
you're not.
Yeah, because football players, they're very smart, and they can smell that by far, right? So, no, just to be me, but at the same time, try to help the team. Just be calm in tough situations where probably at the moment, I'm probably not the best person to say one type of thing or to judge a type of action because I can't say Johnny how to shoot or how to score, right? But I can tell Johnny how to stay focused, how to help the team, which he does amazingly. So it's this type of ingredients that I'm trying to learn and try to help everybody to stay tuned in. As I said, it's hard, but it's a role that I've been enjoying.
Yeah, I'm reminded though of your time with Canada where there were times with adversity, right? I mean, you've had a lot of success with Canada, but there has been really times of adversity. And Jesse told me that a year ago that he felt this team needed more of it. Now that came in the summer. Yeah. Can you take me and our viewers into the game scenario where maybe there's a 10-minute spell where you really are up against it and that adversity, and what kind of body language and message as a skipper you try and convey?
Yeah, sometimes it depends on the moment of the game, but obviously if we're up and we have that 10-15 minute cycle where the other team is pushing, sometimes just to take time on free kicks, take time on throw-ins. If a man's down, just try to stay down as much as possible. Try to communicate. Maybe they're beating our press on one side, and maybe we should close in more. Talk with our wingers about that. It's this type of situation, but at the same time, we have the opposite side where we need to go after the result, and sometimes we're too stressed about it, and we take one touch rather than taking two, and so there has to be this balance. But at the same time, it's just to be clear-headed in which type of situation the game is and which type of situation we are, and just try to bring back experience that I had both in club and country, and try to help the team the maximum possible.
And where do you get that from? Is that just experience? I mean, you've always been level-headed anyway.
Yeah.
You've always been mature. You read the game really well. Is it the time at Porto, the playing in those big European nights? Is that where you really learn the most?
Yeah, for me, it's playing time, experience, which I've felt a lot, obviously, because for me to learn that type of situation, I have to go through it, or a colleague of mine have to go through it, which sometimes brings negative things to the game. But at the same time, you know, most of my actions that I have now are because, like, in the past I did something wrong.
Right.
So now I'm 28. Obviously, I've been through a couple of good stages throughout my career. I've had very, very good leaders that I played with, so I learned a lot by them as well. I can have 3 or 4 names.
Yeah,
obviously,
who would that be?
Atiba,
Yeah.
Hutchinson, obviously. I can say in national team, Stephen Eustaquio. Obviously, is a guy that really knows a lot. Club level, I have Pep. I have Otávio, is an amazing Brazilian midfielder that helped me a lot in Porto. And the list can go on and on, right? And, you know, when I was, this is funny to say, but when I was 23, 24, 25, I was hearing things from these players that I really didn't understand that much. But, like, now, I really understand what they wanted to say. So if it's this type of things that I've been trying to learn, and, you know, I've been trying to tell my teammates, which are still very young and have a lot more potential than what I had back then. And if they start to win this type of game knowledge as early possible, like, they don't have a roof.
Very well said. Where are you with your game right now? Obviously, quite an exhausting summer playing in a Club World Cup after a long season. The heat just looked really intense.
Super.
Yeah, I can imagine. New coach now. So where are you with your time at Porto?
No, it's my 5th season at a big club as Porto. Obviously, if you told me 7 years ago if I would be 5 seasons at Porto, I would tell you you're crazy. But here I am. A lot of playing time in the past. Obviously, this summer was probably the biggest transfer window Porto has had in its history. So a lot of competition there. But at the same time, I feel important for the team because of my experience at the club. I feel that I'm connected with the roots of the club, with the people of the club as well. And at the same time, I feel that the same energy that I can give here with the youngsters, I can give there with the people that haven't been in the club for so long. And, you know, I've been fighting my whole life, and every season, this is not going to be a different season, so I have to go after it. Obviously, it's going to be hard to play, but at the same time, it depends on me. But I have one goal in my mind, is to make Porto the best team possible, and, you know, the title has been running away from us for the last 3 seasons, and that's something that I really want to help bring that trophy back to our fans.
You're definitely not one to back down from a challenge, are you?
No, I can't. I can't, for sure.
We're here in Romania. Let's turn our attention to that. Actually, I'm reminded of when I think you came here into Romania, when I think you made your Portugal under-21 debut.
That's good. Is that
right?
That's very good. That's right.
Yeah.
For sure. That was my first game for Portugal.
Yeah.
We played here, not in Bucharest. I don't know where we played, to be honest. But yeah, we tied 1-1 against Romania.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was here.
I remember there's some really good players playing for Portugal that time too.
Very good players.
Yeah.
We had a couple of them.
Yeah.
Ruben Dias from Manchester City.
Yeah. Leão.
Leão, João Felix. We had my friend Diogo Jota that passed, unfortunately.
I think he was captain, wasn't he?
He was the captain of our team.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a proper squad right there.
Yeah, that must have been a great team to play with.
For sure, for sure.
That was tough though, Diogo. Huh?
Yeah, super tough.
How hard was that for you?
It was hard because like it's a news that nobody wants to hear from. I was in vacation, and I remember there was like 2-3 days left of my vacation, and those 2-3 days after what happened, like, I was ready to go home, like, because it was just a big reminder that, you know, bad stuff can happen to anyone, and we just have to take advantage of, you know, our life and and at the same time, like, he did nothing wrong. So it's very unfortunate. But at the same time, the memories are the things that, continue with us. And he was a top guy, football player as well. But that obviously is not as much as important. But as a man, he was a very good human being.
Appreciate you sharing that. To Romania, coming up this week. How big of a test is that, and why is it important for your team to go through these games in Romania and Wales now?
I think everybody's very, how can I say this, proud. I can say proud to land on this stage with the amount of experiences we had. I think we're very confident to come to Europe and to fight against any team, which is very good. I can't say that from, if this was 4 or 5 years ago, I couldn't say that, but right now, I feel that other teams respect us as well. I think Jesse's been trying to remember us that since 2009 or 11, something like that, that we haven't beaten a European team in Europe. Yeah. That's another goal that we have. Obviously, Romania is a very good team. They have very good players. We're in their home, but at the same time, with the type of football we play and the individual power that we have here, I think it's going to be a very good show, and it's going to be a very good preparation for what we want. Not for only for the World Cup, but for, let's say, we play Colombia next month, right? That's going to be a really tough test. So everything we can have of experience is going to be amazing.
And it's 25-26 season now, so it's real. The World Cup is this season.
And to be honest, it went like this from since Qatar.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like we have a lot of time, but we don't have a lot of time. We're talking about 4 camps. Yeah. And a half if we take the weeks before the World Cup, where we're going to be together in the summer. So this is going to go very, very quick.
And I know footballers are trained, just take one game at a time and all of that, but the World Cup is at home. And I think I told you this in Qatar, like, you were clearly missed, and I know you were not fully fit. Is that a reminder for you that is the motivation for you to now actually show yourself more than anybody else, that you can be at your best at that stage?
Yeah, I think it's funny because, how can I say this? It's a very proud moment for me as a player to have 2 World Cups in my pocket, right? If you remember back then in the first World Cup in Qatar, I got there probably in the best moment I had in my entire career, where I was scoring goals, making assists for Porto. I was playing back-to-back 90 minutes, Champions League, whatever. And then there's a thought where, like, okay, I did everything I could to get to this stage and be 100% prepared. And then, unfortunately, physically, I couldn't keep up with the demands, and I couldn't play that second half against Croatia, and then the third game against Morocco. Yeah. So here's a little bit of a balance. So I have to be careful for the amount of time I've played, but I have to be careful as well if I don't play at all, because what concerns me the most is my body, and I really understand more about my body right now than I did 4 years ago. So I'm very clear-headed. I know what I need to do. I've been working with a lot of people to get me fit. I've been loving our training sessions at Porto. I think they're very demanding. They're very high intensity, very good load, always with the ball, which for me is amazing. And I feel motivated. To be sure.
A couple more and I'll let you go. Again, thank you so much for your time. Friday, you lead Canada out as a captain. And then later that day, your brother leads his team out as a manager in the Canadian Premier League against Cavalry in a big game. Yeah. How proud are you of him as he continues this journey, keeping his team in the playoffs?
I'm very proud. I try to look more at the games, but at the same time, obviously the schedule isn't the best. Good experience for him. I think he's been having his ups and downs, obviously, but at the same time, I think he has been doing a very good season so far. What I know is that the players respect him and like him a lot. He's been working a lot as well. Sometimes I call him at 4 p.m., 5 p.m. He's still in the office, Sometimes he calls me at 7 a.m. in Canada. He's already going to training. So yeah, I think it's good experiences for him as well. I wish him all the best. Maybe I'll still play for him. Let's see. Maybe when I'm around that age towards the final of my career, I'll still help him in a couple of games. But yeah, I'm proud of him. I think he has no ceiling as well. He can be whatever he wants to be. and I'm just here to support him.
We spoke a lot about football, of course we have here, but let's just end it on life and you as a man. Obviously, you and Mauro lost both parents, which was very difficult for you, but you know, now you're a dad, you know, you're still an inspiration to your older brother as well, and your wife. How are you right now as a 28-year-old man, settled in, grown up, adult, you know, being a dad? Life's pretty special, no?
Yeah, life's special. Obviously, my daughter is probably the best thing that ever happened to me. My daughter was born in a tough situation in my life, as you said, with both of my parents leaving me and my brother in a short period of a year. Normally people say that I don't have my parents here. I still have my parents here, not physically, but they're still with me. Yeah, but my daughter is the best thing that ever happened to me. My girlfriend, soon to be wife, as well, is one of the best things that ever happened to me. Today's my daughter's first day at school, which is, I don't know if I want her to go to school or not. It's kind of hard. But yeah, I think things are rolling pretty nice. I'm taking safe steps as well. And I've been enjoying my life, to be honest. As we said before off camera, it's not about me anymore. So everything in my life changes, the perspective changes. And that's what makes me in this type of situations where I need to prepare myself for the World Cup, and I play in Romania to take advantage of all training sessions and everything, because to collide with what we talked about, you know, my former teammate that passed away, unfortunately, like, life can be short, right? So we have to take advantage of everything, and I'm very happy.
Yeah, well, it's great to see you happy, my friend. Great to see you back again as well. And I know you're going to take in every moment, but walking that team out with that armband is always special too. So congratulations again on that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.